Okay, so I just got a really good idea. I have been having such a pain in the ass the time trying to get home with these spiders taking up the trail. So yeah, usually I take a couple shots of tequila, and I just pull out my flashlight if I need to. But it was like a horror movie. It was bullshit. I was sick of it. So yeah, I realized that now that I'm making this video, I can just turn the whole thing into a video every time I go home and deal with this shit. So yeah, tonight I was a little low. I didn't want to write things on my bills, so I got a Steel Reserve and that's my old drink when I was really broke that I got, and I just had a 99 peppermint to go with it. Not many shots go with a Steel Reserve, but I think this peppermint, it does kind of go with it. The Steel Reserve reminds me of German beer, a stronger beer. So yeah, I'm a little drunk so I can deal with these fucking spiders. Oh, speak of the devil, there's one crawling around right there. There he is. But yeah, who gives a fuck? I've been dealing with these spiders, and I realized there's a flash on the camera, and I can record going home with the light, and then have my beer. And normally I'd have a cigar in my hand too while I deal with these things, but there's only so many damn magical things I can hold in my hand to face these assholes. Not that the yellow and black ones are assholes, but I do remember when I came back down this trail yesterday that there was a yellow and black one camping out on this trail. And I've lost a lot of weight, so I gotta stop and pull my pants up. I just had a single shot of Steel Reserve. I'm sure I sound a little drunk, but yeah, I don't get too drunk unless I know I can do what I need to do. Yeah, see, here he is. He's already right here. Luckily, I already found him, and he left me an opening, so it's okay. But he challenged me to think to do this with the show. So in this episode, well, yeah, this is still episode 10. I'm gonna cut those videos together. But yeah, the remainder of this episode is gonna show you the entire walk home. Now, I did have to walk about 15 or 20 minutes to get to this walk that is through the woods. But without the spiders, I don't mind walking through the woods. Or maybe you can see it better if you just see my head. I don't know. Well, no, you can't see anything on the camera. But yeah, sure, this is how I want it. I can't put my arm back here, but I want it in third person. So it's like a video game. You see what I have to fucking do, this stupid shit. It's like really nice and pretty, but I have to just deal with being broke all the time or whatever. Since I had lost my license years ago and I still can't get it back. Guys like us are just always broke. I ain't holding this camera behind my head like that. But yeah, it's kind of like a dang horror movie without the show. I'm realizing it's just something that stresses me out. It's not like too depressing. My life's not really depressing. Sometimes it just wears me the fuck out, And there's a smaller one. He's like a teenager spider. Those other spiders, I think I saw a different species make a web on one of these trails. It was not like a jumping spider, but it was more of a different kind of spider. I hate that the highway is right here, because if somebody just sees me walking through the woods here, there's too many people eventually start adding up, and they start talking and find out I'm back here, and then the motherfucker's gonna come back here with a search dog, trying to make sure I'm not out here cooking meth. And I'm sure they'll be chill, but it's another cause of stress when you know that you're kind of just legally camping. And just because it scares them that you're going to start a fire or cook meth or some stupid shit that I never have done before, but since other people did it, you know, it's going to ruin my camping? I hope not. So I really like living out here. And I will get an apartment. But I think it's better to save money and to just, you know, get used to the way that you deal with things. So yeah, we're in the middle of the night here. And it's kind of like a live stream type of show, but it's not live, you know. But it sucks that you can only see the flashlight and that I'm only making you watch the show. You don't like the show enough to watch this much of it, but I'm doing it because I'm sick of dealing with these spiders. But you know what? I still feel like I'm starting to make the show so much that even when the camera's not on, I feel like the show's still going on. So I guess I'll pause and I'll play it back when I get to my campsite just to show you how well those $1.50 solar powered lights work at my camp. Okay, I'm sorry to make more of this dark video of me walking through the woods, but I just went through another spider web and I wanted the comfort of making a video instead of feeling alone and facing my fear all the damn time. So, but no, I also wanted to let you know a fact about walking on trails like these that have spiders. If you stop and you take a close look, that spider, he don't move much, and he made a web. And I know it's hard to see where exactly that web is, but if you're like me and you're afraid of spiders, perfect example right here. This spider's not even awake, he's sleeping. But he got a big ass web right here on the trail. But look at this, there's a geometric principle to this spider web he makes. And I know you can't see crap on the phone. I would need a really good camera for you to see this shit, but basically I want to tell everybody this tip. No matter how big this fucking spider web is, look, you can always walk through it. Look, so he made it like this. You see, I try to get through this one and I can't walk through it. There ain't no way through it. So I need to not look through the phone, but look where his web really is. And see, I see spiders like this have a really long, just like Spider-Man, a steel web. Fucking mosquito, get out of my beer. I'm holding my hand over my beer. I need a beer cover. No, I'm not gonna get a beer cover. I don't get shit like that. I'm just gonna hold my hand over my beer. But yeah, I can't walk over it because he made it to this leaf. But if you look closely down here, there is no spider web on this leaf. He can only cover so much space. So I don't wake him up. And look, I just walked through it. It jiggled a little bit. He's jiggling, but I did not catch his web. And I was able to get through peacefully. And you know, there's no 3-4 spiders in a row here. Sometimes these mosquitoes floating around look just like a spider. But yeah, I'm gonna pause the video again. I still got another 5 or 10 minutes until I actually get home. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. I actually took a wrong turn. I'm taking a slight detour and went around the wrong trail, and there's so many of these spiders. It is awful. So right now I gotta use the camera, and look, I can see where his web is now. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to prove and test. Like, I'm so fucking scared of these things, but you can see there's no web here. There's no web on those branches. His web goes down this way. I don't know where it connects. I think it might actually connect where I'm trying to walk, though. I'm worried. It's hard to tell. See, they plant their web actually on the ground. Because I can tell the angle of this web, it just goes to the ground right here. It's a tight angle, but then it goes up. So if I'm brave, because I don't want his web to wrap around and get on me, but oh my god, I just walked so close to his web, like it was a laser beam and I was a thief trying to rob a casino. But I was able to use the flashlight to see where his web was and walk around his web. How do you like that? I faced my fears. I still kind of need to record the video because it's giving me a lot of emotional support, making the whole thing seem interesting. And also, I get a little stubborn and I don't want to carry the flashlight, so I turn it off. And I don't want to just get too drunk and turn off the flashlight and walk into a damn spider web. So I'm at least just going to keep it on until I get down to the pond. Make sure there's no more teenaged tropical spiders in my damn face. I'm really curious why they're yellow and black now, though. Here's another one. This one's a preteen. But they used to be red and black. I wonder if it was because it was a different season or a different era for spiders or something. Okay, this one, he's taken up too much of the trail. So now what I have to do is walk backwards. I'm going to set my beer down, pick up a stick, a branch, and check this out. This is the only way to deal with these fucking preteens. There, I took down his web. And watch, I'm not even going to lose track of where he is. He's right there. And look, he's not stupid. He's waiting for me to go past. He knows he blocked it in a way I just couldn't do. That would have been too tricky of an aerobatic maneuver to get through that web. So that is your, that's your plan B when you're dealing with spiders. And yeah, now I'm getting down to the pond. I'm just going to keep it on just for a couple more steps. And then, yeah, in a couple seconds, you're going to see how my stupid lights work. Oh shit, fucking web. Okay, I don't need to play anymore. It's over. But yeah, that web attacked me. That sucks. Okay, I finally made it home. Man, so welcome to my life. I'm so scared of spiders. Well, that's why I drink, I drink, give myself a little courage. I need courage, the life I live. All these anti-alcoholics. Don't you remember why you drink? It's a practical form of pain relief for chronic pain, and it's also something that helps you deal with certain situations that aren't necessarily that reasonable and common to be having to deal with. Okay, moving on. Yeah, I got home and my lights were off. I was a little disturbed. I was a little upset about it. But yeah, there's a little thing you gotta do with these lights. Jeez, it's so dark. Do I even got the... Sorry, yeah, I had the flash off. But yeah, you can see how bright that one was. But yeah, if you ever get these $1.50 lights at Walmart, I'll just show you, because I don't read there was no instruction manual with it, and I don't read them, but I messed around with it as soon as I got here, and I got lucky and found out how to turn it on. Yeah, that part comes off, that part comes off. And yeah, there's this green paper in here, I guess. You pull that out and it works. So not too bad, right? If you think about it, if I had a real house, there's a lot of bullshit problems to deal with, like, having a bug, termite problem, neighbors, landlord, plumbing their toilet sometimes, your toilet gets clogged. But yeah, these lights aren't very bright. These $1.50 lights, you gotta get a few of them. I mean, this light isn't going anywhere. It's such a simple light. Yeah, these were bullshit, I guess. It's better to just get a bigger light, I guess. But since they're solar powered, they're only $1.50. It's hard not to get them because they give a good compliment to your garden or something. So yeah, I got these lights. It's enough for me. I turn the phone on and watch TV, and that's a light. It'll give me enough lighting to, you know, roll a joint and stuff. Usually it's clear out. We really don't get that much rain down here. And it's clear out, and you know, the moonlight, I can see pretty well at night. So it sucks having to use the flashlight to get through them spiders, but I got through it. I'm realizing, you know, you gotta either walk through the big ones, at that angle they leave you, or throw a branch on the web. Unless you're just brave and walk through it, because I know those spiders aren't gonna stick on your body like that. So, yeah, that was episode 10, and yeah, thank you for watching.